Welcome back to my Minecraft series. Today we're gonna build an awesome nether portal, and to do that we'll have to go on an adventure into the nether, since there's a couple of things that we need to pick up in there. So I'll go get my horse Monty and we can head to the ruined portal, which is nearby, and get things started. Alright, we've arrived at the horse sanctuary, and let's see if I can manage to pick up his armor and the saddle. And then we can park this little piggy here and head over to our horse Monty, saddle up, armor up, and let's get going. Now, the reason for using the ruined portal as the base for our nether portal is that using the way the world is generated as like a base for some of the decisions you make has a certain charm to it. And of course, there's also a lot of obsidian blocks here already. Now, let's get a fence down here, a bit away, so he doesn't walk into the lava, and tie him up so he doesn't get burned either. Alright, what do we have to work with here? It seems that there is enough obsidian here to repair the portal, so let's pick up some of it. And also try not to get burned in the lava while we do it. That's one. And that's two. Nice. Let's see if we can get it patched up before the sun sets here. So we have to do something like this. And we can maybe take this one here. Alright, something like this here. And if we... Oh, we got an achievement as well. And just putting that block there, we're ready to light the portal. But first, let's quickly get a sleep in. So just before we light the portal, let's take a look at what I've brought here. I've brought the basics, some water if I was gonna need to turn some lava into obsidian here, but I wasn't, so it's fine. But also some stone for building blocks and a bit of coal if we need that, as well as some wood and some iron and some gold ingots here, which I'm gonna use to craft up some golden apples. With that said, I also brought the flint and steel, which we're gonna bring into the nether as well, so if the portal gets blown up inside, we can always just relight it. In any case, let's get going. Okay, what do we have here? I mean, I guess it's safe at least, an enclosed area like this. But I would have hoped to sort of find a bit more of an open area. Oh, I should be careful of that guy, right? Okay, we have enough gold for our helmet. Let's just do that. That way he won't attack us. Now, I'm sort of looking for a way out here. Maybe we can go up this way. Alright, let's see what's here. Not much of anything, actually. That's a little bit unfortunate. Is there any other way out? We can go take a look at the other side as well, again. Oh, maybe up here? No, nothing really. Well, in that case, we gotta rely on the method that never fails and just dig our way out. Let's dig over here by the portal. That way we won't have to go that far. Oh, there we go. That wasn't really that bad. Now, it could be cool to find a fortress or a bastion. Well, maybe not a bastion. That might be a little bit too much to handle. But a fortress for sure. There's also some nice loot in there. Okay, chill out, buddy. You're not gonna do anything. Oh, but that guy is. And I didn't bring a bow. Let's see if we can do something here. Take him on. Oh, he's stuck, actually. Nice. A little bit of spare food, just in case. But I really should have enough with the steaks and a bit of bread. I actually wasn't planning on picking up frog lights, but... or whatever they called it. Aren't they called frog lights? Okay. Give me one so I can check. Shroom lights, my bad. Frog lights are the other ones. From the frogs, of course. But since we're here, I might as well get a few. And you know what? Some crimson wines. Wouldn't really hurt either. Now, which way to go here? I think this way might be the easiest to traverse. We can just take a quick peek. Oh! I almost looked at that Enderman. That was pretty close. Doesn't look like there's too much this way. We can explore a little bit further. Oh, I looked at him. I looked at him. What do I do? Into the side here. Go, 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 go. Okay, maybe he didn't come after all. I think we're safe for now. Hello, buddy. Are you gonna shoot anything at me? At what point does he realize I'm right here? Maybe it's his day off work. You gotta respect it. Oh wait, that sounded like an Enderman. Yeah, he's right under me. Let's go on a flat terrain here. Have it be a fair fight. Nice. Oh, and that's when he decided to go. Oh, that was close, actually. Wait, that's a strider with a saddle. That's pretty cool. But I need to have a fungus on a stick, don't I, to ride those ones. Let's not get carried too much away here. Let's try to keep our mind on finding a fortress. Now, I actually don't need too many specific blocks. I just kind of wanted to check the area out while I'm here. All we really need is some glowstone, and we got some right there, and a lot of other places over here. But I just thought it'd be pretty fun to check out a fortress as well, and not just rush in and rush out. Are you gonna shoot at me, dude? Or is this the vacation guy? Oh, there we go. And we also got one of these here, a ghast here. Nice. Oh, wait, that's the fortress. That's actually pretty close. We haven't even moved that far from the entrance portal. I'll just have to get down there. I actually should have brought a boat for this. I can't craft one. Let's just do that real quick. It's also pretty fun. I imagine if I just dropped down into the lava there, that would have been a bit silly. But anyway, let's enter up into this fortress. So far, so good. No bad vibes. That's a spawner, actually. Should I just get a couple of blaze rods here while we're here? Wait, he's gonna shoot me. Okay, I blocked it off in time. That's two, actually. And a wither skeleton. What are the odds we get a skull here on our first try? No, we didn't, but it's fine. What about you? Nope. But I could actually use the coal. Have to be a bit careful. They really pack a punch, actually, and I haven't enchanted my armor. This could be a bit of a pickle if all of them attack at once. You know, including the blaze and the ghast started, of course. Let's go in here. It's pretty cool that he shoots them. Actually, I could have been ambushed in here if there were any guys waiting. Oh, there he is. Hello. I should probably pick up that ghast here. I think this room marks the entrance to the interior part of the fortress, where the ramparts are like outside. We've also got to be careful here because they could be lurking wither skeletons and blazes around any corner. Ah, yeah, of course. I should pick up warts while we're here. Probably also some of this soul sand. Might be fun to make some potions at some point. Oh, we already visited all the biomes. That was pretty fast. I was kind of hoping to find a chest or something. They usually have very good loot in here. You know, get a good excuse for picking up a couple of extra diamonds. There we go, actually, speaking of chests. It's guarded though. Guardian of the treasure. But no loot. I'm not exactly sure what we need it for though, since we already have diamond horse armor for Monty. Oh! That guy snuck up on me. Okay, no more fellas. Okay, at least we got something. Not a lot, but it's something. It's something. Nice balcony. Pretty good piece of real estate here. Now this balcony sucks though. That's bad real estate. And another one here. Only gold. Okay, I'm kind of getting sick of the gold. There better be something else than gold in this one. Diamond horse armor and a saddle. Okay, not bad. Not good either, but certainly not bad. Now, of course, as we leave the fortress, let's not forget to pick up the block that I actually came here to get. Namely, the glowstone. Okay, we got some here. That's pretty convenient. Also pretty good to know that we can also just get infinite bone blocks here. If you need some more bone meal for some reason. Alright, this should be the way back out. Let's just place a couple of final markers here. so we can find our way back to the fortress. This way the fortress is pretty easily locatable, in case we need to find it quickly. Wait, is that actually just the fortress? Could I just see it all along? Wow. I didn't even know that. Anyway, we got the blocks that we came for, so let's head back out. So we've made it out of the Nether, and what usually happens at this point in the video is that I explain to you guys the idea for the build, and also that I need a lot of resources, and then I cut to a time lapse. But today I think I'm gonna do things slightly differently. Namely, I'm gonna take you guys along with me for part of the material gathering process. Sort of also to give you guys a bit more of an overview of how the world looks in the current moment. Because the 5-second cuts of time lapses doesn't really portray that very well. But first, let's return Monty to the sanctuary, and I'll show you guys the mud cave. Now the portals that I'm building today don't really require that many resources, primarily just some jungle wood, a bit of granite, a lot of mud, and of course about 100 obsidian as well. Now the place that I usually get my mud from is this cave right here, and as you can see it's not very pretty, but it works. So usually I just do something like this, right? Turn all the dirt into mud, or a lot at a time, and then I just dig it up. Now I'll need about 8 stacks of mud, so I won't show you guys me getting all of it. It's just so you guys get an idea of how the world looks in its current moment. So what I'll do is I'll gather the mud that I need, and I can show you guys some other parts of the world as well. Alright, so I think that's it. With these last 4 blocks here, I've successfully gathered all the stacks that I needed of mud. And as you can see, I've sort of dug out a lot of the cave here. The mud cave has certainly been expanded quite a bit. I think it was cut off here before, and now we've dug out all of this as well. So yeah, this mud excavation was a little bit more than usual. I could probably go for a mud farm or something like that in the future. But what I'm also going to do in the end of this video is sort of move all the spare materials from all the other projects and builds down into this mud cave, so they don't really clutter the landscape, and yeah, it's a bit of an eyesore when you just have chests and stuff everywhere. For example, like these 2 right here, right? And we also have some over there, and a couple over on this hill here, and some at the lava lake and stuff, so I think it's about time that I sort of also clean up a little bit. And we can just put everything in there, temporarily. At some point I'll build a storage room, but for now it'll work to just have everything in there. Now of course, after just having talked about how I've cluttered everywhere, when I do my projects, I'm gonna be cluttering a little bit more here by the portal for the project that we're gonna do today. But there's 2 more things that I want to show you guys. First is the cave here, which has been changed a little bit since we first saw it. Like for example, we have these large areas that are sort of just dug out into the side whenever I need resources, right? And something like this as well here, when I needed like smooth stone or andesite or diorite or something. But we're actually not picking up any of those types today. Today it's all granite. And I don't really need that much of it, I just need about a stack. So with the granite deposited over by the gravel side, we can sail through this bridge, and I want to take you guys out to show you where I get my gravel for concrete and coarse dirt and stuff like that. Now I could get it just in the bottom of these riverbeds here, but I don't want to make things too much of an eyesore. It's already a bit of a mess, and I don't want to like disturb the natural environment further. So what I usually do is I sail out here into the vast ocean, which is far enough away that I don't feel like I destroy things too much. And you can see all these round patches on the ground, which is from me picking up gravel for the previous builds that I've made. Now usually if you stand like this, right on the edge, you can actually see pretty well underwater. Because if you stand like this, it's completely pitch black, right? So just like eking out here on the edge, you can actually sort of see what you're doing. And also me using these doors as air pockets is the reason that the gravel holes here are as round as they are. Alright, so something like this. And then just swim up here and pick up all the blocks that have floated to the surface. Now I also need to pick up some brown mushroom stems, and since we're here we can sort of take the scenic route over there by the water. I don't think I've been here since like episode 1 or something. Alright, here's the dark forest. Now I just need to find some brown mushrooms. Here we go. Here's one. Now it's kind of fortunate that I need just the brown bits of it, because if I needed a lot of like the stem blocks, those would be pretty hard to find or come by, since you only get about like 5 or 6 for each mushroom. So oftentimes you're like left with a lot of leftover like brown blocks or the red ones, which you can also just keep, right, and use for another build. But alright, so I've picked up the brown mushroom blocks that I need, and we can sail back this way and sort of see the build from another side. We can see the enchanting setup through the trees here, the big crystal. And there we have the fishing cabin. And the mining entrance here on the left. It's kind of interesting to see things like from another perspective, right? Because usually I just sail that way and sail back this way. So it's a little bit different. Now I still need to pick up some jungle wood and smelt some sand into glass and pick up 100 obsidian. So there's a few more things to be done. So I'll get to that and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright, so all the blocks have been gathered, and as we can see we got quite the variant. I've got a lot of different glass here because we're building 4 portals. One of them is going to be an actual portal and the other 3 are sort of going to be smaller imitations of the large one here in the center. But they're going to be using some glass instead to sort of give off a vibe of having different colored portals, right? So it might take you to like different dimensions. The general block palette that I'm going to be using is this one. It's not really a gradient, but they sort of resemble each other and just add a bit of texture to the overall build. So it isn't just like mud bricks or something like that. I forgot to show one block. That is the pack mud, which I'm also going to be using because it's a nice texture that sort of fits in with the brown vibe that I'm going for here. Now there's actually still one more thing we have to do before we start building the big portals. And that is to tear down this one and all the nether rack here. Because it's sort of in the way and it would obstruct the view, and yeah, it's also literally in the way of the portal. So let's start by tearing down this portal here and then we can get to building the other ones. So let's go. Alright, so the 4 portals are completed, and all of them each with their own color. We're still missing the big one here, but we're gonna light that in a second. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the build itself. I went for a mud sort of base, mud brick base, and then tried to sort of vary the colors based on that, right? So we have some that are a little lighter, like the brown mushroom stem and the packed mud here, and we have some that are a little bit different. We have the brown concrete powder that is a bit darker, and then we have the jungle wood, which is just sort of a slightly different shade of the mud. I also went for some granite just to add a bit more of a radically different color. It's still the same color-ish, but I feel like there's enough of a discrepancy between the granite and the mud bricks that it sort of stands out a little bit, but not too much, right? Like perhaps like an orange block or something would have. Well, orange would have fit in decently. A dark orange would have fit in decently as well, but you get the drift, like. As you guys can also see, we went for 3 different portals, which are supposed to represent 3 different realms that you could sort of venture into, right? So we have the Nether here, and you could have like 3 others up here that you can go into. Now, with that said, let's light the portal, and let's hope we end up at the same location as we did when we lit the first portal. We did, that's nice. Let's go out again and hope we end up through the big portal here. And it doesn't generate a small one. Okay, it worked, nice. Maybe if it didn't consider this like a viable portal, it could have generated one here and like slightly destroyed the build. Which would have sucked, but it's fine. I have some plans for terraforming this area as well, but that's going to be a bit of a big project, so I'm going to leave that one for the next episode. So you guys have that to look forward to. It's going to be really cool with waterfalls and a ravine and stuff like that. Now, before we round off this episode, there's one more thing left to do, and that's just clean up a little bit here around the world. Sort of just like a spring cleaning, because it's gotten a little bit cluttered, and I can't have these chests just hanging around at all the sites where I've built stuff. It takes a bit away from the quality of the build, I feel. And well, one thing I'll do as well, just in order to make things a little bit easier for myself, is to craft up an ender chest here. So I basically have 2 inventories. And that's gonna help speed things up quite a bit here when having to move so much stuff. Alright, so I've cleaned up all the loose chests and barrels that was just scattered around everywhere, and this is all the stuff I actually had, which is a bit surprising. I had way more stuff than I was expecting. I also still have some stuff up in the windmill and inside of the house, but those aren't chests that are supposed to be there, so that's fine. But yeah, that definitely took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting to have this much. I also created this mud area here where I sort of pre-made some of the mud, right, and decorated it a little bit, so the mud cave still has a mud area, even though it's sort of been invaded a little bit by all the chest storage here. Alright guys, so with the view of the awesome portals here in the background, I think it's time to end this video. I also lost my horse at some point during the spring cleaning, so I'm in a bit of a hurry here. But in any case, I'll catch you guys next time, and hopefully I found my horse by then. Take care.